In this video, I'm going to show you 5 ways to build your Squarespace website faster. Now, if you don't already have my Squarespace pre-launch checklist, I'm going to drop a link below because if you are building a Squarespace website, that walks you through everything you need to do when you launch. All right, today we're going to talk about ways to speed up building your Squarespace website. Now, if you have been around in the Squarespace world for a while, you may know some of these. And if you have any tips, please drop them in the comments below. But I'm going to go ahead and dive in and show you what I do when I'm building websites to save as much time as I can. I'm here in my scribe template for authors, and I've just added a new section for us to play around with, and it's this work with me section. Now, the first thing that I'm going to show you is what this looks like on mobile. So this is the desktop view. If I switch to mobile view, you will see that it's a mess. It doesn't look good. Things are wonky. The buttons are the weird sizes. The order is actually correct, which surprises me. Sometimes it gets things out of order, but we're going to go in and clean this up. Now, we're doing this first. So this is the first way to save time when you're working with Squarespace is before you do any of the other things that we're going to do today, we're going to clean up mobile view, and I'll show you why in a moment. So let's quickly just go through and clean up mobile view here. Gonna make sure that these circles are all the same size. That spacing looks correct. This looks good. We're gonna make that go all the way across, and we're gonna add a little bit of space here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hit save here. And when we go back to desktop, nothing will have changed here. We were just rearranging it on mobile. So those are separate views. You can do a lot independently on the two views. So now we've taken care of mobile. So when I walk you through the other ways that I save time when I'm building, it's going to save you time because we did the mobile layout first. All right, I am going to create a new page. I almost never start from scratch. I look for a page similar to the one that I'm building and I duplicate that to kick us off. So in this example, I'm going to duplicate the home page, hit confirm, and maybe this one is my coaching page that I just talked about that I don't have yet. So now what I can do is I can rework this section, keep some of the layouts the same, keep the testimonial section. I'm going to get rid of my other books. So what I can do is remove any sections that aren't going to work for me and redo the copy and the images so that I'm not recreating all the layouts from scratch. So probably going to keep something here and introduce coaching, change this image to be a coaching image. And then this will be a sign up button that will go to a checkout so they can go ahead and sign up for my program. This could be more details on the coaching program. So maybe there are 3 phases that I replace here. Now, the beauty of this is I already set this up to look good on mobile. So all that work we did, we don't have to redo because if we had duplicated it before we checked mobile, we would have to redo all those changes here as well. But now we've already done mobile, we've duplicated a page, so we are able to quickly use what we need. The third way I want to show you to save time is that you can save sections to your site. So let's go look at the alternate layouts page. So here are some other layouts that I created. Let's say I want to add one of these instead. So rather than having to recreate it or duplicating this page and missing out on some of the sections I already had on the home page that I wanted to use, what I can do is hit the heart icon when I'm in edit mode and save this section. And in this case, I'm going to save it to this site. Now I can exit out of here, go back to the coaching page I was creating, click edit, and add my section here, go to save sections, and pop it right in. If you make changes here and you want to save this section instead of the one you'd already saved, what you do is you go back to add sections, go into save sections, click to delete this one, and then you would resave it after you've made those changes. So saving it to my site. So far, we've edited on mobile first. That's going to save us having to make those edits again and again when we duplicate things. We've looked at duplicating a page to get all the sections at once. We can save sections to the site. Also, if you are a Circle member, you'll see that when I hit Save Sections here, I had an option to save to my account. So if I have another website with a layout that I want to bring here, I absolutely can. Let me show you how that works. All right, I am here in my Sway template for service providers. This is another website that's in my account. And I want to move over a section from this website to another that I'm working on. Now, again, this is if you are a Squarespace Circle member, but just for example, we'll take this Get Started section and I'll hit Save, save to my account, and then I can name this so I can find it later. So I'm going to call this Sway Get Started and click Save. So now I can go back to my author website, click Add Section, and instead of the site, click over to your account. And I'm going to go ahead and search for Sway. And here it is, Sway Get Started. I'll click on it and I'll add it here. And you'll notice that it updated to fit this template. So the colors, the fonts, everything fits this template. So it brought over the structure and the content from the other website, but updated it to fit this look and feel. And obviously, there are some little changes we might make here. So in this particular template, I'm capitalizing my titles. So I can go in here to edit content, go into the content of the title, and just quickly capitalize this so it looks like the rest. But that's saving so much time. So if you are a web designer and you are a Circle member, you can now save sections to your account and use them across websites, which is a huge, huge time saver. All right, to recap so far, we've got edit on mobile first before you do any of these other things. Duplicate pages to kick you off with all of the sections on that page and just remove whatever you don't want. If you want to add sections, you can either save sections to your website and add those, or if you're a Circle member, you can save sections to the account. Now, there is one other trick I want to show you that has to do with section IDs and custom code. So if you are adding some custom code to your website, you used to have to use this block identifier, section identifier, and put all this crazy code in. Now we have a much faster way of doing this. So for example, if I wanted to add some custom code to this particular section on the coaching page, let's just change this text to say coaching so I remember where I am. Okay, let's say that I want to change this accordion border here and make it different, but only in this section. I don't want to do it to all the accordion blocks on the website. What I can do is go into this section, hit edit section, scroll down, and there is a place to add an anchor link. Now, this is more than just for anchor links. This is naming your section so you can call it out in code. So I'm going to call this Coaching Hero because it's my hero section for the coaching page. And now what I can do is go to custom CSS, drop in my code, and you can see it made these little green dots, which is really cute. And I got this code from Becca Harpain at Inside the Square. So thanks, Becca. And I can set it to target just this section by doing a hashtag and typing coaching hero and a space, which is exactly what I entered in to that section. So if we go and we put an accordion block in another section, let's just drop one in here for funsies. You can see it has the lines. So it's only applying to this. Now, how does this help you save time? One, you're not hunting for these section IDs. It's easy to keep everything straight in your mind if you give this a good name. And now I don't have to do a ton of comments here. I can just say, change accordion border. And I already know exactly what it's targeting here because I have it in this section ID now. So I don't have to write all that out. So if you are a custom coder and you're applying things to elements within a particular section or multiple sections, you can use this section ID, which is called anchor links, because that was its intended purpose. But we can certainly use it for being able to call out this section as we need it. Okay, that was 5 ways to save time when you're building your Squarespace website. I hope that one of those was new to you. You learned a new trick. If you did, let me know in the comments below. Or if you have another trick you want to share, put that in the comments below too. I'll also drop a link to Becca's video on the accordion code in case you want to grab that. Don't forget to grab my Squarespace pre-launch checklist. I'll drop a link to that below as well. Thanks so much for watching. If this was helpful, give it a like or subscribe. I really appreciate it. I wish you all the best with your website.